Hello everyone, and welcome to another week of my pregnancy vlog. So and this is Celine. So she didn't take her nap this morning, so she's a little bit difficult and busy. So I'm hoping she'll just leave the phone alone, because obviously it's a toddler's favorite thing to play with is a phone, right, Baba? But you're gonna let mommy do her vlog, okay? So she's safe. I'm in our upstairs part of our apartment, and I have a baby gate and stuff, so don't worry if you see her running off somewhere. Just stop the little hands. Hey. So it's week 14. I am 14 weeks pregnant. I'm officially in my second trimester, and it's a great feeling. I can with confidence tell people that I'm pregnant. Not that I didn't feel confident doing it before, but I know most people wait until their second trimester, or at least until they're 12 weeks. Because the risk of miscarriage is so high. You don't want to you don't want to well, I don't know. I think you'd want to tell people that you are pregnant, and those people who you would tell would also be the people who you would want support from if something does happen. So it's not like my little notes. It's not like I told a lot of people who I didn't want to know. So, but now I can confidently just tell the world and put it on Facebook and all of those things. So yes, I'm about to do that too. Let's talk a bit about my baby. So the baby is the size of a lemon, and which is, a very distinctive fruit. Everyone knows the size of a lemon. So it's starting to take form and shape, and apparently the baby can squint and frown and swallow and pee and all of those nice things. And the liver is creating bile this week. And it's just, I had butterflies when I read all of this, because it just shows that baby's developing, and even though you still can't see that I'm pregnant, it's like this little fat tummy that I have. But it's just reassuring to know that as the weeks go by, your baby is getting better, or well, I hope baby is growing and doing everything that it's supposed to. There's also the lanugo that's forming, like the fine hairs that cover the entire body, which will then eventually fall out in the end of the third trimester. But to keep baby nice and snug and warm, and temperature control and all of those things. Celine, hi. She's like blinking at me, like she's starting to go like this, and it's really cute. So baby's nice and big. I have an appointment at my gynecologist. I said last week that it was going to be this week or next week, but it's actually only in 2 weeks' time. So there you go. Back out. There you go. So I'm only going to see the gynecologist in 2 weeks' time. But something really exciting happened. I met with a midwife yesterday, and she is lovely, and she does home births. So I spoke briefly about midwives and why I'm considering a home birth last week, and I will go more in depth into this at a later stage once we've sorted out all the details and the finances and all of that, because yes, it is sadly more expensive to have a baby at home, which I never would have thought, but I guess they have to bring all the equipment to your house and all of those things. So I get it, but I didn't expect it. So yes, we still sort out the finances and the thing with the medical insurance. So that's all underway. But she was lovely, and she actually has her honors in delivering babies, so in midwifery, So, I mean, I'm very confident that she knows what she's talking about. She's very, very matter of fact about, you know, the female parts and everything surrounding birth, which I think is great. I mean, it's her job. So I always find it so strange when people are like, okay, well, and then the vaginal birth is like this, and then the cesarean is like this, and I'm like, okay, if you know what I mean. And so yeah, I had a great discussion with her, and she came for coffee at my house, and then I'm hoping to do my checkups with her too in the future, and she will also then come to my house, and maybe we can film one day. I don't know. I'll have to check with her. Yeah. But I mean, it's very convenient, and they're very in-depth and very concerned about my health, like the mom's general health, whereas I find a gynecologist won't necessarily give you diet tips and things, where she was like, oh, well, cut out refined sugars and, you know, don't necessarily drink lots of fizzy drinks and all of those things. So I really like that aspect. She takes my whole what do you call it, she takes everything into account. She says the consultations are usually about an hour long because she covers everything. She wants to know how I sleep and how I'm eating, what I'm eating, when I'm eating it, how I'm coping emotionally, physically, even with the toddler, well, with the little one. And so I really like that. So yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Some of the symptoms that I've had this week, which have gotten progressively worse, is I actually at night I'm sleeping horribly. I have these vivid dreams, some nightmares. I've given birth so many times in my dream. It's like okay, can we just get it over with now? So that's really, I know it's in my subconscious. It's a big thing because I'm not sure where or when, or well, obviously not when, but where and how it's going to work and if it's going to work out. And because I mean, a home birth is a gamble. It's are you going to be okay at home? You know? Yeah. And so really vivid dreams. I also have numbness when I lie on my side and I turn onto my, well, I feel my arm and my hand especially going numb. So then I have to lay on my back. So I'm really stressed when I actually can't lie on my back anymore. Like, what am I gonna do? So I need to get one of those pregnancy pillows, which I didn't have the first time, and I also had the numbness in my first pregnancy. But this is getting, it's so irritating, and it's not just one side; it's both sides. So whenever I turn on my back again, I can feel just my arm, it's just numb, and it's, I mean, it obviously wakes me up because it happens a couple of times, and I do sleep on my back quite often. So when I do turn, I know that my arm's gonna be numb also. So yeah, I also have eating, loss of appetite. There are afternoons, evenings when I'm just not hungry. And I actually have to force feed myself with whatever is in the house. It's so I do try to eat an apple a day. I do keep some dried fruit around, especially for a snack for this little one. And so I do try to keep my strength up with the right kinds of foods. Hello, everyone. And everything still goes to the mouth. I also am not a big red meat fan at the moment. I'm liking the idea of chicken and fish more. Just the idea of putting a steak in front of me is like, no thanks. And I love steak, like I really do, or a lamb chop. Sorry for any vegetarians. So yes, my loss of appetite, my meat aversion is pretty much what I've been dealing with. I've also had some, hey Bubs. I've also had some stomach pains. So I felt like earlier this week I had, go Bubby, there you go. earlier this week I was lying in bed, and I'm still having her breastfeed in the mornings, and I just wanted to move around, and I felt like I put something in my stomach, and I got really scared because the whole day it was so uncomfortable and painful that I physically couldn't pick her up with ease. And I mean, that's obviously I am very active. Ooh, I am very active. No, leave that away. Ooh, are you angry? Yeah, go get it. Go get it. And so I mean, Celine is nearly 12 kilograms. So I am picking up a lot of weight every day, 100 times a day. So that freaked me out a little bit. It did get better, but I know that ligaments are stretching, and I can feel like my stomach is getting a little bit harder on the sides. And so it's just one of those things. Everything's starting to stretch and make room and space, and I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen more often, but it just freaked me out because it was very painful. But luckily it did get better. It wasn't that painful that I thought, okay, I need to go see a doctor, but I will mention it to my gynecologist, and I will mention it to the midwife when I see her and them again. So yes, so I had a request actually that I need to show my bump, which I keep forgetting. I don't know why. You know, this is a pregnancy vlog. I need to show you my bump. So I'm gonna try and get up and not do this in editing mode. Okay, so let's see if I can show you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. So let's see. Okay. So there's my bump. I don't know if you can see, but there's definitely, so my boob stopped there, and there's definitely a little bump. Sorry, this is not the most professional way to show a bump, but yeah, so it's getting really tight here, in the lower abdomen by my hip bones. So yeah, but there we go. So there's definitely something growing in there. My little lemon-sized baby. So yeah, my appendix scar. So yeah, that's my vlog for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to hit the subscribe button if you are interested in seeing more. Every week I will do a pregnancy update, and I am starting to add a lot of other videos to my channel. I am a cloth mommy, so I will be doing a cloth nappy info session hopefully later today, and then you can watch that if you are interested in using cloth nappies. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and if you have any questions, always put it in the comments, and check out my channel and my previous videos. Yeah, again, thanks for watching. Celine, do you want to say bye? Say tata. 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 Not today. Well, thank you all. Have a great week.